Geneva Call is a neutral, impartial and independent humanitarian organization working to improve the protection of civilians in armed conflict. We are one of the leading organizations in the world to focus on the respect of the law of armed conflict by armed groups and support local communities in their efforts to improve their own protection. Geneva Call focuses on preventing violations and intervening as much as possible before civilians suffer the severe consequences of armed violence. Geneva Call intervenes in situations of conflict by engaging in humanitarian dialogue with armed groups using a range of tailored awareness building and training tools. The final aim is to ensure civilians are better protected in areas where armed groups are operating. We do so by working to prevent violations of international humanitarian norms by these groups through improving their understanding of and respect for these norms. This can also involve the group signing deeds of commitment, which cover a number of different themes, including the protection of children and of healthcare and the prohibition of sexual violence and anti-personnel mines. Geneva Call also conducts activities with affected communities in order to raise awareness of their rights under the law of armed conflict and to make sure that they develop their own protection mechanisms. Geneva Call has achieved significant success, resulting in a real impact for civilians on the ground, including engaging in a humanitarian dialogue with around 155 different armed groups in 18 different contexts across the world since the year 2000. Training sessions on the law of armed conflict and the protection of civilians have been delivered to thousands of armed group commanders and fighters, as well as to members of civil society and local communities. These efforts have led to, for example, almost 100 child soldiers being demobilized in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, over 100 in Colombia and over 200 in Syria. Armed groups have destroyed their stockpiles of over 30,000 anti-personnel mines, potentially saving the same number of lives. In Iraq, our Fighter Not Killer video campaign on Facebook and Instagram amassed over 10 million views and reached over 50 million people. There have been over 100 signatures of our different deeds of commitment by around 50 different armed groups worldwide. Learn more about our work at www.genevacall.org.